This is the practical which is related to the compositional quality of milk. That means in this practical we are going to study and perform how to estimate fat content present in milk sample. So the aim of this practical is to estimate fat content of given milk sample. This we have already discussed that milk is rich in several nutritional components. The major one are proteins, carbohydrates, and the third one is fat. So the content of all these nutritional materials it decides the quality of milk. In general, cow's milk has low fat content, that is up to 3 to 3.5 gram percent, whereas in case of buffalo's milk the fat content is higher, that is up to 6 to 6.5 gram percent. Now let me tell you the principle of this fat estimation test. The method that we are going to use for the estimation of milk fat is Gerber's method. By using Gerber's butyrometer, it is a special type of glass vessel having a specific shape, having a specific volume. It is used for the determination of fat content. So there are different reagents which we use for the determination of fat. If you consider that milk is a solution, so in milk, what are the different components present in milk? It is water, then it is protein, and another major component is carbohydrate. So if you consider fat, carbohydrate and protein and water, what is important here in this practical is we want to separate that lipid, we want to separate that fat from water, protein and carbohydrate. So if you remove these three components, we will be able to get fat extracted separately. So this is how we can separate fat from water, carbohydrate and protein. So the reagents which are used here are responsible for extracting or separating fat from water, carbohydrate and protein. Now first there is addition of this reagent, that is concentrated sulfuric acid, which is diluted as in 80:20 proportion. So this sulfuric acid is responsible for the charring of carbohydrate. So as soon as this sulfuric acid is added to milk, whatever the organic material, that is carbohydrate, which is present in milk, it gets burned. So burning of carbohydrate happens. At the same time, so this is how carbohydrates are removed. They get charred, they get burned and they get converted into brown to black color compound. So burning, it leads to the removal of carbohydrate. Then what remains is protein. So due to addition of sulfuric acid, this protein also it gets precipitated, and this is how carbohydrates are gone and proteins are precipitated, and what remains is water, and in that water we have fat. Then with the help of this isoamyl alcohol, so this isoamyl alcohol is responsible for the solubilization of fat. So isoamyl alcohol it helps in extraction of that lipid, separation of that lipid from water. So this is how, because of addition of isoamyl alcohol, now the fat is separated from water. So in order to separate these two layers. Now what two liquids are present? First one is aqueous solution and the another one is isoamyl alcohol, which is enriched with fat. How to separate these two liquids? The simplest method is centrifugation. So because of centrifugation, fat layer will get separated from aqueous layer. So the equipment which is used for this practical is butyrometer, Gerber's butyrometer, which is a glass vessel, and another centrifuge which is used for centrifugation of this Gerber's butyrometer is Gerber's centrifuge. So this is how addition of sulfuric acid, it dissolves casein and it also causes the charring of sugar. So whatever the fat left in suspended heavy acidic fluid from which it can be separated by centrifugation, and as I said, isoamyl alcohol, it facilitates the separation of fat and it also prevents charring of fat from by sulfuric acid. These are the requirements. This is Gerber's butyrometer. You can see Gerber's butyrometer. This is a glass vessel which is like this. This is body, stem. Now this stem is calibrated. There are markings which here, this is the region where we are going to read the reading or the content of fat. Uh, these two, this is lead which is going to be placed at this mouth, and this pin, this is going to help to fix this lead onto this mouth. This is milk pipette which is having a fixed volume. You can see there is a marking and it can hold up to this mark, it can hold 10.75 ml of milk. You can see this is the stem, and here there is a marking of 10% and here there is a marking of 0. So this is what we are going to read and report as fat percentage. Next requirement is Gerber's centrifuge. Then Gerber's butyrometer, as I mentioned, 10 ml pipette to add sulfuric acid, 1 ml pipette to add isoamyl alcohol, then amyl alcohol and concentrated sulfuric acid. Of course, there is need of a water bath. So that is about the requirements. Now let us see the protocol for this. So this is how we can, this is the cap, and I'll show you how to put this cap with the help of this T to this Gerber's butyrometer. So as you can see, this cap, it is made up with rubber material, and if you press this cap inside, so it gets narrowed down, so it is possible to fit this inside the mouth of this Gerber's butyrometer. So if you press it, it will get elongated, and slowly you can keep on pressing it slowly, so very easily it goes inside and it gets expanded. So now this is how it is done. Now after mixing, in case you want to remove this cap, then again you have to perform the same action. Press that T inside so that it will get elongated, the rubber material, and slowly try to separate that cap from mouth. So you have to do it very slowly because the contents which are present inside are concentrated H2SO4. So you have to do it very carefully. Now you see, this is how it is removed.